Welcome to our Q&A.
Yo.
Welcome back to my channel. I feel like usually when I do Q&As, they're like very cozy, but we just got done hanging out with some of our friends in Greenville, so I'm already dressed up. I really wanted to do this because you guys asked for it a lot, and I also said I was gonna do it like 8 times, but we just finally decided to do it because I pushed it off for a long time. For no reason, but we just get busy, and then the time that we do get together, we
try not to do this, but hey, we're here for it.
Yeah, but you know, every once in a while it's good.
Yeah.
You know? Okay, let's get right into it.
The first question is, how did you guys meet?
Can I answer that?
Ladies first.
Okay, so
And both of our stories, like they
are
meet
different.
at the same point, but I guess how we got there, you know what I'm saying? It's a little story to it.
First time that I saw him was at our church camp. It's called the Gauntlet.
Yeah.
I think I was in like 7th grade when I first saw him. But we didn't meet until my 9th grade year. We just had very mutual friends. We went to the same church, different locations. He grew up in Anderson and I grew up in Columbia. We were just friends for a long time. I have always had a crush on him literally since 8th grade. And he cannot say the same, but
But,
you can kinda
but we're
like-
here though, you know?
yeah, but my senior year, you can kind of finish the rest.
All right, yeah. So I had a lot of guy friends living in Columbia, so I always find myself down there. And she was kind of friends with the girls they were friends with, so we would always kind of like hang out. So we knew of each other, but like it was just I was like, oh, she's cool, like, but never like thought anything. You know what I'm saying? Never thought anything more. I was like, she's a cute girl. Like I really wasn't even looking. Your boy was trying to find myself, you know, work on myself at the time, and I really wasn't even on the hunt because I had some doing my own stuff. So then it kind of like, obviously we knew about each other. So I didn't just meet her and start liking her. Like I knew about her. She's a cool girl, cute girl, like it was funny and all that stuff. We would kick it and hang out. But then like my freshman year in college, so like the end of my freshman year, she was in like this leadership group. My girl's a leader, you know what I'm saying? But she was like in this leadership group that I was in high school. And then like every year they pick like a group of guys and girl leaders so they feel like they want to pour into to help them develop and all this stuff. So one of my really good friends, one of my best friends, a guy named Talon, I'll throw my shout out Talon.
Shout out.
Was in her senior group in high school, leadership group. And so whenever I come back to town, the group always met in Anderson like once a month. I was always hang out with Talon after games, stuff like that. And they would always be together like once a month. And so I just found myself hanging out with them a lot. And I would honestly vent to her. So like about other girls, I was trying to figure out all this stuff. But all to say, we kind of like.
Meanwhile, I was like, boy, I got a crush on you.
Yeah, so we started to click freshman year of college. So her senior year. And then that's how, you know what I'm saying, it started rolling.
And then he finally asked me out once I graduated high school. And then the rest is history, baby.
Yeah.
How long have y'all been together? We celebrated 3 years in September. So it's been 3 years and 2 months.
A little side note, this is for all the girls, maybe for some guys too. Well, mostly for the guys. Pick a date that you will not forget.
True.
So I picked, it actually ended up working out perfect. It was on the weekend after the Boston College game, my redshirt freshman year, the 23rd. I'm an athlete, 23rd, LeBron, Jordan. It's like the end of the month. So you kind of got some time to like, to remind yourself that like, hey, I've been dating my girl for this long. So I picked the 23rd, September 23rd, 2017 was when we made it official. And you know what I'm saying? We've been rolling ever since. What did I do with my hands?
I'm scared. After 5 years at Clemson, what is the most memorable thing you have ever done, football and non-football related? Assuming that's for you. 5
years, been there for a minute, and I don't know when she's putting this video, but probably got a little more time at Clemson. Love it, you know what I'm saying? Dream come true. I got a lot of good memories, some that I can't share on camera, some that I can share on camera. And I would probably say like football related, like I'm just gonna group them. I don't know if I can just pick one. I feel like they were all like cool for different reasons because there's different times in my life. My first year like at Clemson, I walked on, dreamed of it, tore my ACLs. Finally got to Clemson, and my first year we won a natty. Like that was with Deshaun, Ben Boulware, Mike Williams, Wayne Gallman, all these dudes who ended up going to the league having great careers. I just came in at the legit perfect time. Like I'm a walk-on freshman. Get on a team, my first year I get a ring. And I'm like, bro, this is dope. Then fast forward to 2018, was in the second national championship. It was a little bit different. I feel like I was more of a emerging leader on the team, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of getting some rank a little bit. And I was like, I feel like a lot, getting some respect. But I got put on scholarship, so that was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? As a walk on, that's kind of like a moment where you feel like you get your validation. Like coach was like, oh, my man can play. And then we won the second national championship. So like in 3 years, I had got 2 rings. I think my third memory probably be third or fourth memory would be scoring a touchdown, my first touchdown at Clemson, which was just like, you know, it was dope. It was like I finally put on his work.
On your birthday, right?
Yeah, well, that was my second. So my first one was like against Louisville last year.
Oh yeah.
And that was just like really cool because I feel like I put a lot of work, and just to have that moment was special. Then to have my first touchdown in the Valley was on my 22nd birthday, which was like
iconic.
Legit, God wink. I swear it was.
Non-football related?
Non-football related.
Can I guess what you're gonna say?
What?
The rally.
Yeah, that. So non-football related, but I guess it's still like a surrounding football because it's like it's part of who I am. Would be like this summer when everything was going on. It was when like me and a couple of the guys on the team kind of came together, and with our teammates, our coaches, everybody at Clemson football, we put on a peaceful demonstration to kind of honor and then like unite everybody in our community around like what was going on in the country, like a lot of social injustice and racial stuff. We pretty much had a dream, little idea, and we got all our administration, our faculty, our president, all this stuff to come together. We did it on Bowman Field. Crazy memory, didn't think anybody was gonna show up, but people showed up, like a couple thousand people. And it got like so much like airtime and still get airtime. I shed some tears that day, so it was definitely like one of those things. Was like it was really special for me.
Very memorable.
How do you keep God in the center of your relationship? We were just talking to some of my friends about this just now. The older you get, you realize like one, neither person is perfect. You realize that because you're with another person that's imperfect, but also just like you grow up and like realize you got your own stuff. You need to work on your own imperfections. And just like going into it, like we had like a lot of good leaders and like a lot of people we looked up to and good friends, and just kind of like the kind of maybe a little bit more ahead of us. They just like I knew Makenzie didn't have to complete me. Like I feel like I was good all by myself. Like one, my relationship with God, and then just like my friends, like socially, like every part of me was good without a girlfriend. Yeah. And so I wasn't like really searching for like this girl to just like come around and sweep me off my feet. Well, I don't know if she sweeps me off my feet, but like, you know what I'm saying? But just come and complete me. I knew she was like a good compliment for me. Like, I feel like it made sense. I'm big on quotes. Like if we do this again, y'all hear me like just quote off some stuff. She hears it all the time. One of my mentors told me one time, he was like, a successful relationship will be way more about like putting in construction work than it will be about compatibility. So he was just saying like, some people are always looking for like the perfect match made in heaven, which I mean, like that is good. You want somebody you're attracted to. I think my girl's cute. Like she's cool. I feel like the vibe is there. Like I feel like we future plans and like friendships, like it just kind of came with a lot of ease to it, which I always wanted. Like I feel like we didn't have to force it. But at the same time, like something that is successful ain't just because like we take cool pics and we think we look cute together and it's like all cool and cozy. But really, I feel like we put in a lot of work over the span of 3 years, like, because it hasn't been perfect. We've like had high moments, we've had low moments, we've had moments we made mistakes, we've had moments where like we feel like we're doing everything right, and throughout it all, like I feel like it really has been like just coming back to like what we know to be true. And I feel like when people think about like a Christian relationship with people, like I'm kind of getting worried about all this Christianese, but like some people that are really trying to follow the Lord, like, and do it like the best they know how, it's like people think like it's not really about being perfect as much as about reminding yourself who you are and what you're here to do. You got to figure it out with somebody at some point. You got problems, they gonna have problems. You probably running from problems. Figure it out together. Yeah, you probably running from problems you ran from in a past relationship. But like at the end of the day, it's like we feel like we just tried to figure it out and like come back when we like feel like we've dropped the ball, and then just do the best we can.
Yeah, he pretty much said everything. The only thing I would add to that is finding an older couple that you want to be like and asking them questions, being honest with them about your thoughts and feelings. That's really it. I think that's a big thing for us, is we have older people that love Jesus, that we have watched go through the hills, the valleys, and have come out on the other side as better people. And just being able to look at them and ask them questions and get their advice on things, and just like having people be honest with you. I would probably have said everything that you just said, but yeah, that's all for that.
The only thing I would add after she just said that, anybody, like if you're in church or out of church, like everybody has this like knows like that weird Christian, those people, I don't know, they like make sure everything, like if it isn't perfect or you don't make, if you make a mistake, then it's like all said and done. The stigma around like perfection and like never making a mistake, like there is like, you do need to be wild. Like, obviously you want to have more good days and bad days, more wins and losses, but the losses are gonna come, the mistakes are gonna come, like you're gonna hurt somebody's feelings, you're gonna do things that maybe you like wish you wouldn't have done. But at the same time, I feel like the whole journey of like dating and like building something that you're like proud of, which is a relationship, like you just gotta like like you just gotta keep going and like keep figuring it out.
Next question is, why do you guys not share a bed? The reason why this person asked this, all these questions are 2 videos ago or whatever I asked y'all to ask those questions, is because in that video, Darien was quarantining with me and he stayed in the guest bedroom. That's why that question was being asked. But the reason why we do not is we just feel like that is something that's intimate for marriage, and we are not married. That's as simple as it needs to be.
Also, the reason we don't do it is because like we know each other's weaknesses. I feel like it's just like it don't really make sense if you're trying to do it in a way that like you know it to be right, which is like I feel like it's just an easy, like don't be an idiot. Like realistically, it's like if you laying in bed with somebody, like you probably gonna do something if you're trying to do it the right way that you don't want to do. And so realistically, I just feel like we come to a conclusion from like people in our lives just kind of spoke to us about it, but even just like us just trying to figure it out, it's like probably ain't the.
Ultimately, like we want our relationship to honor God, and we feel like that hinders that.
I just feel like it's a cookie cutter. I just feel like it's just not wise.
That's what I just said, isn't it? Wise?
Yeah.
It's cookie cutter, but it's just true. I don't know.
Yeah, it is true. Like if you're trying to lose weight, you're not just about to go to a bunch of junk food places. You're probably gonna end up eating junk food. So like anything you're trying to do, you kind of want your habits or things you do to reflect in the goal you want.
Yeah.
So like don't think you're gonna do this and get that. What are you most grateful for right now?
I would say, especially after quarantine, probably my friends. We've just been so blessed with like good friendships, people that are consistent and also just like love us no matter what. And also just, I think discernment too, of just like being, I guess, self-aware in a way. Like knowing when something is like not right in me, being able to like make a change.
That's good.
Does that make sense?
No, that makes sense.
Okay, what about you?
I would just say I got a really good like support system around me, like my friends. I've been blessed with some really good friends. Some friends that like I've known for years. There's some other friends who've come along in my life in college, but I just feel like I've been blessed with some really good friends who I know don't like really want anything from me, or like if I made a mistake or did anything great, like it wouldn't change their view of me. It's just like those are my guys. Mm-hmm. And then I would say just like my opportunity. I'm living my dream, honestly, like, and I feel like I've been blessed. I know I'm like very fortunate to be where I'm at. Like it just worked out, and I'm thankful for like how it's worked out. And so thankful Makenzie. You always want to find somebody who you feel like it's just like it makes sense. Like I'm big on logic. I am for like the emotional, feely stuff, but like logically, it's like what's good. Like we got a lot of good friends, like friendships. I feel like they've come with ease. Like I ain't never gotta worry about her. Like I don't know. I never want to have a girl that I always have to worry about. Like if I left them with somebody that like I actually had a lot of respect for, they'd be acting up. And like she ain't never like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I just.
He's basically saying I know how to act.
Yeah, like I just trust her like around anybody. Like I don't never have to worry about how she acted. I'm thankful for like I got a good girlfriend. So.
Sweetie head.
Yeah, that wouldn't even like actually plan for like a sweet camera moment. But
we didn't talk about any of these questions before.
Like I feel like it was
I honestly didn't even think about it. We just wrote them down. He actually says sweet in real life. He doesn't make it up for the cam. Okay, do people ever act like they know you in public? I'm assuming this question is asking like, do people come up to us and they're like, know us? I mean, yeah, sometimes. It's very like random. I feel like mostly at football games, like people will come up and ask for pictures and like say hi and stuff like that. I think it's normal and sweet, and I love meeting people, and it is what it is. Well, the actual question on the video was like, do people like ever act like they know you guys in public, and do you feel weird about it or whatever? I don't feel weird about taking pictures. I don't feel weird about people like ask or like knowing who I am or saying like, sometimes I'll get like, oh my god, like I love your YouTube channel or whatever, and I think it's really sweet. People are always sweet. What about you?
We're not like, I mean, just being realistic. That's what, like, we were just talking to some of my friends. Like, somebody always has more, or somebody always has less. Like, I feel like we're kind of like, due to like notoriety or like, I don't know, fame or just like, you know what I'm saying, being known, I feel like we're like somewhere in the middle. Not that we're like trying to compete, but just being realistic. I got some friends, like, if they go out, like, they can be spotted by anybody, and it's just like, everybody's trying to take a picture. And then, like, I don't feel like nobody knows me, just off like my experiences in life. Yeah, interactions in life. So I feel like it depends. Like if I'm back home, I feel like more people, if somebody I haven't seen, or like a young kid who knows about I play football or want to take a picture, if I go to school or something like that, people know. But it's like out in public, it's more so like,
Not really.
yeah, like it's just like some people might
That's
say
what I mean. Like usually at football games, like people are obviously like, that's obviously Makenzie because she's at a football game. But
it's
like,
same. It's like
if we're eating out somewhere, like there are people like coming to our table. Or
yeah,
anything,
like we ain't.
depending on who we're with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Depending on, I got some other friends. It's like obvious.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, but then like with us, it's just kind of like it's just kind of chill. Like people know
People
me.
are always like very, very nice. Like
Yeah.
people come up to us and just be like, say nice.
But yeah, I ain't about to be in here capping. Like I'm like just walk around again like paparazzi.
Yeah,
paparazzi.
no.
Back-
It's very random and far between.
Yeah, if I'm back at home, but it ain't like it's a regular occurrence.
Last question, because we've already been talking for a long time. One difference about each other that you love. I wanted to end on this question because I think it's sweet. We're adding to the question. We're gonna do one difference and one similarity about each other that you love. I think a difference that we have is that kindness is something that comes very natural to you, and anybody that meets you, like that is the first thing that they say about you is like that you're just very, very kind. I hope that y'all don't take this as me thinking that I'm a piece of crap. Like I think that I'm fine. Like I'm just saying, like I feel like people are consistently talking about the heart that you have for other people and the way that you serve people is just like very different than the way that I do, and I really appreciate the way that you do. A similarity is that we can both like hold conversations with people. He literally said this about me, that's what made me think about it, is if we go in a room, I'm never like, oh my god, is Darien gonna like say something weird to someone and like have a weird interaction? And I also think that we're very independent too, and that's similar with both of us, is we don't rely on each other for each other's like joy or anything, and like that's what I like. Similar. Who are you?
I guess a difference or something you like about the other person, I would say. So one thing the Makenzies helped me with, so I'll kind of take the question and spin it like that, is I'm a nice person, so it's kind of like to get some very deep, I guess, distinct details to our lives. I've always felt like I was a nice person, but I was never super considerate of like things that I did. But with Makenzie, I feel like she's super considerate whenever she has interaction or does things with people. Like she really thinks about how the other person feels. Random stuff that like a person may not say to you, but you definitely know they peeped it about you, and it'll probably be best if you actually acknowledge the fact that you made them feel like this. I feel like she has helped me with that, become a lot more aware of how like, because she said that earlier, like she's self-aware, but how like my awareness of how I'm acting around people. Then similarity, there's an airplane going across. She lives by an airport.
Oh, you're so, look at you being a YouTube star, knowing that was gonna be heard.
Like I feel like we both love like being out with people, but then we also can just like kick it, chill, and then also love how like we can just go off by ourselves to a city or like to like on a date, or just, I don't know, just driving, and we can like have the best time and not even think twice about inviting people. You know what I'm saying?
I love that
Get you somebody who can do both, you know what I'm saying?
Get you someone that can do both, you know what I'm saying? I hate us. Well, that was all the questions. What's like our final like statements?
To begin this, not that I didn't want to do it. I don't know, I'm enthusiastic right now. Like I feel like we're all here now.
We're in it right now.
Like we're in it. And so now I'm just kind of like, I'll improvise a little bit. I would say we're going to give like, I don't know, our last piece of relationship advice. And please do not think we got it all figured out or like, we know it all. I swear we still learning.
We are not the end all be all.
Yeah, this ain't like whatever y'all think it is. It's just like us just talking. So.
Okay, my piece of relationship advice is the ladies specifically, if he apologizes, do your best to give grace in that moment, even though it's very easy to hold on to that and just be like, that's just how I am, I need time to get over it. It is okay to, in the moment, decide to give grace when they apologize. Also, not being so critical on them. Whenever you find something that maybe bothers you, be okay with coming to them about it, but at the same time, when you find things that you love about them or something that they've improved on, be sure to say that as well. I think for me, it's very easy to critique and be like, you did this wrong, but whenever he actually does something right, I'm very forgetful about like telling him that and being thankful for that. So those are my last two thoughts.
That was good, you know? All right, last thoughts. This is like a continual thing. It's not like you do this one time, you figure it out. But like as a guy, some of the best pieces of advice I've gotten as far as like either finding a good relationship or being in a healthy one. Obviously, like guys that are leaders, like you want both people to be leaders. So it's not saying like I'm a leader and she's like not a leader. But I feel like the guys, like naturally you like are the more dominant person, and more so like hopefully when you get married one day, or even if you're working towards marriage, even in dating, like the guy needs to have like some set of like know what I'm saying? You gotta make some decisions. Be a guy that's like worth being followed. I've definitely took L's on that statement, trying to strive to where that is more like a reality of who I am, but just like somebody that's like, you know what I'm saying, my boy, you know what I'm saying, he's worth being followed. Like he's about the right things, trying to be about the right things. Like he's working towards like something. He's got some stuff good going for himself. And I just feel like just the whole idea of just like, it's more about not what you do, but who you are, like being somebody that's worth following. And then for the girls, it's like biblical advice, but at the same time, it's just kind of like the principles of it. Be somebody that's worth being sacrificed for. You don't really like, think about anything. You don't want to sacrifice for somebody who ain't worth it. Like ultimately be a woman who's like worth like making sacrifices for, worth like getting flowers for, worth like taking on dates. And obviously you want the man to do that, but at the same time, you're not about to do it for somebody who thinks of themselves as not like worth it. Like be somebody, like be a woman who's like, you know what, I'm worth this. Like you got standards, you got something going for yourself. Like you are, you know what I'm saying, about the right things. Cause like a guy, if he sees that, he's gonna be like, you know what? Like I want to have to check myself, like in a relationship, and then even to like get to a relationship, he's gonna be like, all right, let me put forth some effort. Because if you ain't got put forth no effort, then why would I put forth effort? You know?
Come on.
You know?
Lovely. Well, honestly, this has been fun.
Yeah. I'm glad to be a part of like, I don't know if you get to the point you call it like the Wilburn family, Makenzie, I don't know, whatever.
Wilburn family.
The people on here, but I'm glad to be featured, you know what I'm saying? I had little snippets, but I'm proud of her for doing this. I don't know if I can say this. You cut this out if you want to. But we had a deal. I was like, she had this idea. She was like, I want to start a YouTube. I was like, Makenzie is very creative and very like big dreamer. Makenzie falls short sometime on the side of following through with her ideas.
Darn it.
And I was like, all right, if you do this, which you should, you got to give it at least 6 months. So I'm this like month 2. And just like, it ain't all about subscribers and stuff and likes, but it is like affirmation when somebody puts a lot of work to something. It's like, just like a little thing of just like, all right, this must be working. I should keep doing this. So y'all keep watching. Y'all keep subscribing and liking, because I'm proud. I'm like, all right.
My biggest supporter.
Look, she's doing her thing. It's working. And hopefully she's like got a good personality and like she makes life fun. So I feel like y'all will enjoy all these little things.
I like this. I think you should do the outro, how I do it.
What do you say?
You've watched me do it so many times.
I don't remember.
Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe to this channel. That's what all YouTubers say. But I mean, if you like the content, you might as well. You know what I'm saying?
It helps us out.
And can we be transparent? Like it helps us, but also help you if you want the content.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Truthfully.
Trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Come January, I'm hoping to have 5,000.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Dope little benchmark. You know, like a little mile marker.
For sure. But we love you guys. I genuinely appreciate your support so much.
So that's it. Y'all be good. We gotta come up with a name at some point for this. Y'all put suggestions in the comments of what names y'all want to come up with for this. But
yeah, what is our YouTube family called? Love you guys. Thanks for watching.
Man, that for you was 30, at for 17. Wish we could live in the moment. It gets harder and harder.